Well, hello everybody, this is Andre from Jawan Fitness once again. So I hope that you had a wonderful Monday so far. So I just got finished doing my own workout, which is a routine. I'm finally into a new progression, which is a goal of trying to do at least 5 1 push-ups. I'm at 3 right now, and I'm able to barely get the full form, but I want to make sure that I increase over time and really improve my balance, because my ultimate goal for me is to be able to do 3 sets of 1 push-ups for 10 reps, and then I'll be at my goal, and after that I'll go for like another progression to make it more difficult. I might go weighted or something like that to increase the challenge, because that's the key to when it comes to doing bodyweight movements. You want to eventually add weight to make the exercise a lot more challenging. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'll probably get there in about 2 or 3 months. So around fall, I'll probably be able to do at least 3 sets of 10 1-arm push-ups. And now the topic of this video is going to be 5 things that I wish I knew when I first started lifting. The first, number 1, is that lifting more is not necessarily better. So when I first started working out back in high school and college, and I would look to advice from my more muscular friends and guys that were already in the gym working out for years, they said all you had to do is work out 5 to 7 days a week, because more is better, because that's the way you're going to build muscle, you're going to get stronger. That way you have to constantly be in the gym working out for 2 or 3 hours at a time to get results. And yeah, it works for them, because some of them were on steroids, and if you're using gear, then it's going to be easier for you to build muscle that way, because it's not natural, and plus you're just able to really enhance muscle growth that way. But if you're a natural lifter such as myself, then lifting 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week is not the best thing to do, because it's going to halt your recovery. It's going to make it harder for you to progress, and it can actually lead to injury because you're overtraining and doing too much volume. So 3 days a week is best when you're a natural lifter. Like, no matter how skilled you are, you just want to increase the weight over time, decrease your rest periods, make them shorter, or even do different various exercises to keep the challenge higher. Number 2 is I used bad form to lift more weights. So I used to be an ego lifter back in the day when I first started lifting, especially my first year, where if the weight was too heavy, instead of me checking myself and say, okay, I can't lift this weight, I'm just going to do it anyway. And that's the thing that I want to talk to a lot of you about, that if you're using bad form just to impress your friends, your boys, or anyone else in the gym, and you know you can't lift it, then just stop that right now, because it's not really going to help you in the long run. Eventually you're going to injure yourself, and you're not going to get the full effect of the exercise. So it's better to use less weight that you can use with near perfect form, and then gradually build your way up to getting a higher weight. And that was something I really had to learn, to like just check my ego at the door and know that, okay, like, I know I can't do this right now. I can't lift 245 pounds on bench press right now. So I'm going to do 225 for 10 reps, and then eventually I'll get to the 245 for 5 reps. It's a very slow progression, and you just want to take your time. Fitness is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to rush or compare yourself to anybody else, because that was my mistake early on. Number 3 is I didn't prioritize nutrition to sleep, because lifting is one side of the coin. I mean, sure, you can go to the gym 3 days a week. That's fine, like as I said before, but if you sleep in nutrition, it's not the point. It's going to be a lot harder for you to results in the long term. Like, after a few months, your progress is going to plateau, and you're going to wonder why. It's because your nutrition isn't right. And I grew up eating a lot of junk food. Like, my mom would basically cook healthy foods in the house, but I would try to avoid eating them. So when I went to the gym, I didn't track my calories. I didn't eat any really healthy foods except on rare occasions. I just ate like McDonald's, Burger King, candy every single day, and I just didn't see results I wanted. So nutrition, what I said before, you want to do flexible dieting, where you have 80 to 90% of your foods that come from good whole food sources, and then you add 10 to 20% could be from your treats. And no, don't try low carb or low fat dieting. I tried that before, and it's just not feasible for most of us. I mean, sure, some people have the willpower to do it long term, but most of us just don't have it, because you're depriving your foods, and that could lead to binge eating, which was something I struggled with a few years ago, where I basically got rid of all the bad foods and just started eating all the clean foods. And then another thing is your sleep. Make sure that you're getting at least 6 on the minimum, but try to aim for 7 to 9 hours sleep, because sleep is very important. Because even if you have your nutrition and your exercise routine right, I mean, there may be a few people, that small population, that can get off on 3-4 hours of sleep and still see results. But most of us need more sleep than that, because if you're sleepy, yes, you can take caffeine in the gym, with something I used to do, where I would get 3 or 4 hours of sleep. I would go to the gym with my friends, like drink 2 or 3 cups of coffee, and I would be amped up. And when you drink a lot of caffeine like that, you're able to push through your workouts because you have a lot of energy, but I would just crash afterwards and I feel terrible the next day that I couldn't work out and my muscles were sore, and that was because I wasn't getting enough sleep. And then you're yawning. Plus, unfortunately, caffeine is only going to do so much for you, man, and that you still going to feel it, and you might be a little drowsy. Your balance may be off because that could lead to improper form, because you're not going to be as focused if you're not getting a lot of sleep. So make sure nutrition and sleep is a priority. Number 4 is that I didn't track my workouts at all. I just went into the gym. I didn't have any plan whatsoever. I walked in, I saw a weight that I think I could lift, and I just started lifting it for 10 reps for 3, 4, 5 sets. Like, there was no tracking whatsoever, and I didn't see any results for a long time. So it wasn't until I started tracking my workouts I started seeing results, because once you write something down and track it, either bring your notebook to you with the gym, or if you're at home doing home workouts, write yourself in a notebook. Or if you don't want to do that, use an app on your phone that's called Evernote. It's free, and I use it for mine. And every single time you go into the gym, you want to improve. So whether that's adding 1 rep to one of your sets, decrease your rest time, or adding another exercise variation to your movement, you want to make sure that you're constantly improving, because that's the only way you're going to see progress. And if you get stuck in a plateau, then evaluate, like, okay, like, what am I doing right now? Like, I saw progress for the first 2 months. Why is my progress stopping? Like, I had to think, okay, I'm down doing this. And once you find out what's going on, like, maybe you're not getting enough sleep, maybe you're not on your nutrition like that, or you may be stressed out. So find out what the issue is and then try to find a way to resolve that. And last but not least, number 5 is that I did program hopping. This is the worst thing that I did, because I used to read all these fitness magazines, look at these fitness YouTubers, and copy their programs. I didn't see any results because I was constantly hopping, so I would jump into like the next hottest thing, and that's what happens to a lot of people. They see the newest thing comes out, like, oh, like, I see Insanity, I see P90X, all that stuff, and it's not going to give you results in the long term if you're not following. And on top of that, what they don't tell you is the nutrition part most of the time. Like, if you do nutrition right, you can see results with those programs, but you're not going to be able to build the best type of body that you want. So you want to stick to one program that you're seeing results with at least 6 to 8 months, because that's going to give you enough time to get used to the program, as well as, you know, have the know-how to do the exercise correctly, proper form, and all that stuff. So that's all I want to talk about my 5 things I wish when I first started lifting. So if you have more questions, then feel free to let me know. We can have a discussion about it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. And if you want to follow my other accounts, I have Instagram, which is Andre Suave, and there I talk about tips on motivation, keep you focused, helping you build your best body. And I also have a course out that's called the Shredded CEO Lifestyle, and there I show you exactly the nutrition and exercise tips you can use to really build a body that you want, get in shape, and just improve your life. And last but not least, I have 2 Facebook accounts. My personal is Andre Brown, so you can feel free to send me a friend request whenever you want to, and there then I will respond to it as quick as I can. And then you're going to see my fitness, health, and nutrition tips of the day, and really just keep you motivated. And it's really going to help you stick to your goals and to accomplish them, because I show you how to. I have tips on, you know, healthy nutrition, diet, as well as getting sleep, the best foods to eat, as well as articles that you can read to really increase your knowledge on fitness, to really help you build the body that you want. And last but not least, before I go, I have my own personal community, which is the Jawan Exercise and Health Community. And I talk about tips on achievement, success, your mindset, and really helping you accomplish goals in the best way possible. So you can feel free to check that out once you send me a friend request. And that's all I have. I will see you tomorrow on Instagram if you follow me there. So feel free to send me a follow. I get the notification. And on top of that, to know when the next YouTube video is going to come out, go into notifications right there on YouTube. Turn it on so that can really alert you, like, okay, Andre's going to come out with another video. So I want to stay tuned for it. And that's all I have for you. Have a good night.